From my perspective, certainly with the Cold War, because what he did was he kept Yugoslavia neutral. That he decided that he did not want to be in the Warsaw Pact. He didn't want to be within the Soviet bloc. So actually, he did the West a bit of a favor by being non-aligned, because of course that would have really made life difficult. I mean, as it was, of course, Greece and Turkey as members of NATO were isolated by, Eastern Europe, by Romania and Hungary. So that line of communication, particularly once Austria, of course, became neutral as well, that line of NATO then was not a cohesive whole because it was divided up. So, in a way, say with Enver Hoxha in Albania, I mean, they ran communist states, but they were very much their own people. I mean, in a way, Mao Zedong's the same in that China became communist, but it never really was it was never a puppet of the Soviet Union. I mean, Mao did his own thing. His relationship with Stalin really was more about what he could get out of the Soviet Union than them being this enormous communist bloc. And also you have to go, well, love him or hate him, Tito was essentially the most effective of the resistant fighters in Yugoslavia. He made life a misery for the Germans. He pinned down numerous divisions. The Germans tried to kill him on numerous occasions, as I'm sure you know. They even launched a special forces operation with paratroops, and they tried to trap him in his mountain hideout. I mean, they almost got him. Yugoslavia's fate could have been completely different had they killed him. And also, I think the other thing is that Tito did, of course, is he saved Yugoslavia from going the way that Greece did, which was civil war. Once the Germans have gone, who's taking over? Well, whether you like it or not, Tito took over because, he had the largest standing armed force. He'd done the lion's share of the fighting. So the accolades for all the triumph of the war went to him. Whereas, of course, Greece actually went a completely different route because the Germans just withdrew. And in some instances, of course, left their weapons behind deliberately because they knew the Greeks would fight each other rather than them as they left. That's partly the reason, of course, why the Germans clung on in Yugoslavia for so long, is that they had to withdraw all those forces from Greece and the Aegean northwards back towards Germany. And the only route, of course, was through Yugoslavia. And the main problem that was obstructing that route, of course, was Tito and his men.
We stay genuine, uncensored and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. Iguzo!